But there's a way you can get it, like you schedule it so it shows up and I can be in there before it starts.
I'll research it.
Okay, I think you have to schedule it. All right. Yeah. I'm ready whenever.
I'm ready.
All right. This is going live now. So there's that. Josh is already here. Going to the intro now. And 3.
Hey nerds, how you doing today? Fine.
2 and 1.
Hey nerds, how you doing on this fine Saturday morning? I'm George here with my co-host Rashawn. Rashawn, how you doing today?
Doing all right, man. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing all right. Been playing a little Division 2, doing some chores and whatnot today. What have you been up to this week?
I'm going to show my nerdy side. I've been reading the run of Boom Comics Power Rangers lately.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I know I'm a nerd. I'm a huge Power Ranger nerd. Been with it since I was a kid. So getting caught up on the comics, and basically I bought all of them, haven't read them, started reading them, and now there's too much going on. There's way too much already.
How many is it like do you have each individual issue or do you have them serialized in the graphic novel?
I wish I was smart and did that, but no, I bought each individual issue.
How many are there?
Right now I'm up to 32, okay. But then I have another series called Go-Go Power Rangers, which is part of the same. There's a lot. There's a lot of books, and then you have the Shattered Grid story. So there's more books than even that, and then Pink. So I'm trying to get caught up, and I pretty much have like 50, 60 books to read today.
Ugh, today?
Well, I started one on Monday, and I'm up to 10. So trying to get through it before the weekend. I don't think I'll be able to.
Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you. How about yourself? What you reading?
Well, I'm not reading anything right at the moment. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on Amazon Prime. The American Experience series. Big fan of that. It's from PBS. And I've also been watching the Grand Tour. I don't know if that's anything you're interested in, but it's the guys that were the hosts of Top Gear. They have their own show on Amazon now. They're on the 3rd season. I don't know if I like this season as much as the first 2, but it still is good. There's a lot of witty banter between them. I'm not really a car guy, but I find it interesting. You know. I hit Pirate Legend in Sea of Thieves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was there was a grind there towards the end because the 20th is the 1-year anniversary, and for anyone that hits Pirate Legend before that, they're giving in-game cosmetic items too.
Oh.
So I was really pushing hard to get there. All the gear and costumes in that game, they're all cosmetic. They no one weapon is better than the other. So it's a good way to keep it balanced. And like I said, I started playing the Division 2. Have you ever played the Division?
I have not. I just started getting into gaming again this past like year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't, even though I'm a huge Tom Clancy fan. So I want to so bad.
Yeah, they're The Order on Netflix. That's what Josh said. Never heard of The Order. I'll have to check it out, Josh.
I just saw the trailer for that. It's actually pretty nice.
There's a new movie that just came out too. The Ben Affleck movie, Triple Heist or whatever it's called.
Last Frontier.
Last Frontier is a TV show. That's a good show.
Triple Frontier or something. It's Frontier something.
I think it was called Triple Heist.
Triple Frontier.
Anyways. But yeah, Triple Frontier. Okay. That looks pretty good. I might give that a go later tonight. Last
Nice.
Magic and Werewolves.
That's what the order's about. Yeah.
Okay, Magic and Werewolves. I might have to check that out as well. Where was I? So I was talking about the Division, and you said you just got back into gaming the last
Yep.
year and a half. Do you know anything about the Division?
Just that Tom Clancy's name is on it.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't think it's actually based on any books he wrote. I could be mistaken though. Ubisoft just has the rights to the name, so I think they figured they'd throw that on there, and it would help sell copies. And I mean, it's a great game, so that alone will sell copies. But having the name doesn't hurt, I guess.
It's the best game I've played yet this year.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. So what it is the first one took place in Manhattan right after Black Friday. On Black Friday, some terrorists, I guess you'd call them for lack of, yeah, they're terrorists. They handed out infected $20 bills. They were infected with smallpox. Black Friday in Lower Manhattan. So everyone's shopping, passing smallpox around. It spread like wildfire. And they called it the dollar flu at first because they didn't know what it was. So they sealed off southern Manhattan, so you couldn't get there any way but by air or boat. But just to contain the outbreak, and anarchy just the whole place just fell apart. So there's these government agents known as the Division that are sleepers. So they're highly trained, proficient in all sorts of technology and weapons, and they just go about their lives as a normal citizen unless there's a national emergency in which the Division gets activated. So you play as an agent in that.
I like that.
Yeah, they've got these watches that have when the watch comes to life, they know it's time to rock and roll. They're making a movie, from what I understand, about the Division, starring Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'll get behind. Okay.
So the sequel is, I think, 7 months after the first one, and it takes place in Washington, D.C. They're cover-based shooters. If you're big into the loot and shoot gameplay, like Borderlands, where you're constantly just upgrading your gear and just running around shooting stuff, they're a lot of fun. The Division 2 is incredibly more difficult than the first one, though.
Like all Tom Clancy games?
What's that?
Like all Tom Clancy games, the second one's always harder.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of missions you could solo in the first one. You can ask anyone that's played it. If you try and solo even some of the beginning missions, you're in for a treat. You're going to respawn a lot. I'm only, I don't know, maybe a third of the way through the game so far, but I'm really digging it. You really have to stay in cover. It's a cover-based shooter, so it's third person. And it's cool. You can, if you're behind a barricade and you see one further up and you need to move up, you can move the camera and it'll show you, like on Xbox, it's the A button. You hold that down and you'll run from one object to cover to the other. So you really have to rely on cover, even more so than the first one. I mean, the first one you needed it, but this one it's
essential.
Yeah, like good luck popping your head up without it. You're gonna get smacked back down quick.
Yep. You also need to rely on your partners too.
Yes, and you have different gadgets that can help you. So if you know you're gonna get flanked from one side, you can throw down a turret, and it'll cover your side for you. There's different gear to heal you, prevent damage. There's all sorts of little tricks of the trade that you can use. I've tried some of them, and I'm like, oh, this one sucks. And then I really read what it did, and I'm like, well, it's only good for bosses, so that's why it was useless on a trash mob. But yeah, it's a really cool game. DC is in chaos. There's a pack of I don't know they're basically a street gang called the Hyenas. They're running the town, and them along with the True Sons, which are former military that have I guess they've gone rogue, and so it's like more like a paramilitary organization now.
Oh,
But they're very highly trained and equipped, and they can be really tough.
true sons of the forefathers, probably. Okay.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Like that.
Yeah.
well, do you got any questions about it?
I just need to get my hands on it now.
You do.
I've been so wrapped up in I just bought WWE 2K19 and I've been so wrapped up in that because this is basically the first week where I've had where I could just play games. So I've been vegging, playing WWE 2K19, which obviously I love, but I need to get the division. I'm
Yeah,
too
it's
inclined not to.
yeah, it's a good game, and there's at least one Alpha Nerds Guild clan on each platform so far, and I'm sure we'll get more because the clans can only hold up to 50 players. So, as one fills up, I'm sure someone will start a second one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely good. Good game to play with friends. Both my cats are behind me right now.
Oh, Josh said Triple Frontier phenomenal. I'm going to watch it by tomorrow for sure because I've
Yeah,
been waiting.
I think it's gonna be my Saturday night movie.
Oh, you know what my Saturday night movie is?
What's
Dave Dave made a maze.
Dave made a maze.
I was worried where you were going with that, Roshan.
Yeah, I should have finished that all in one sentence. Yeah, no, it's I saw the trailer last night with my son, and I'm watching it tonight for sure.
All right,
Yeah, I started
You
watching it
ever-
last night. It was great when I saw it.
Dave made a maze.
No,
What's
no,
it
no.
on? Is it on Netflix?
Hulu.
Oh, I just canceled my Hulu.
Oh, well, uncancel it.
Well, I was watching like 1 hour a month, so I figured it wasn't worth the money.
Oh man, just the Hulu After Dark stuff is it's worth it.
I watched a couple of those. They were okay.
Hey, elaborate on Hulu After Dark.
So Hulu After Dark, I say Hulu After Dark, but it's pretty much their horror show or their horror movies for every month. I think they're up to 2 a month now.
Gotcha.
But this last one, Treehouse, looks crazy interesting, and can't wait to watch it. It's basically about a guy a trust fund baby that went away from his house, comes back, and he starts realizing all the crazy stuff that he grew up with. And they showed a couple of things in the trailer that they were eye popping. But it's called Treehouse, so you have to go. I guess he goes to the treehouse eventually, his old treehouse, and it looks like what is it called? Demonic rituals were done, and it's got I forgot what the guy's name is, but he's in Westworld, and he's in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The crazy can't remember his name now, but he's one of the brothers that the inbred brothers.
Oh, the Boyles.
Yes, the Boyles. Thank you.
Doyle, or is it? Yeah, I think it's
Doyle's
Boyle.
But it's him, and he looks like he's doing a really good job in the movie. So, yeah, there's a few different movies they have out right now that are actually pretty good. So I'm gonna give that one a try too.
Right on. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't using it, so I decided to cancel it, and I've just got Netflix and Amazon Prime now.
You can't go wrong with Amazon Prime. That speaking of like Tom Clancy, man, that the Jack Ryan. Oh my gosh, that show is so good.
Yep.
That was the closest thing they've done to an actual Jack Ryan. Me and George got into this a while back.
Yeah.
I love all the movies, but
really good show.
Yes.
Back to the staying on Tom Clancy, back to the Division. What I like about this one is all the DLC is going to be free for the Division 2. There is a season pass you can get, which will give you 3-day early access to it and a couple other things early, but everything is available for free. There might be some cosmetic items and a couple other minor things, but for the most part, the $60 game will be the complete experience.
Sweet.
And I think in a month or so, they're going to introduce the 8-person raid. So the first one only had 4-person raids. So it's going to be interesting coordinating all that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I know that when we were playing last night, George, it was just I haven't had that much fun in a long time playing a shooter game, and it didn't make me sick, which is something that every time I play a shooter game makes me sick.
Yeah. Yeah, luckily that, it's third person, which is really rare these days in a shooter. But in a game like this where you constantly get swarmed, I think it helps because you have a better awareness of what's going on around you.
Absolutely.
And they really did a good job compared to the Division 1 on making this feel more realistic to Washington D.C. as opposed to New York. New York, for the most part, felt like a cookie cutter city. There were some noticeable landmarks, but it didn't have the same feel as if you've ever been to New York City. Like the buildings aren't as just replicated as they made it out to be. There's more of a character and personality in Division 2 with regards to the city. So I'm really liking it. Early on, if I had to give it a score, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. So
yeah, it's really good.
It is. And like I said, there's plenty of Alpha Nerds Guilds clans out there on each platform, so if you're interested in getting it, I can't recommend it enough. All right, let's move on to our monthly topic here. Our favorite action movies. I'll let you start it off.
Okay. So I went with one of my all-time favorites is Rocky. Oh yeah, the whole series, because my dad took me to see, what was it, part 4 in theaters?
Is that the one with Ivan Drago?
I would break you.
Yes. And that was the first one I saw. So of course, me being the person I am, I'm like, no, what? There's all this story before that? No. So I go back and watch all of them, and I can't get enough of just everything about it. I can't get enough of the whole behind the scenes. I can't get enough of Sylvester Stallone's story. I can't get enough of the Rocky character, period. And that's to include Creed.
I'm about to ask, what do you thought about Creed?
I didn't get to watch Creed 2 yet, so I have it, but it's still in the package because I haven't had any time.
Oh, dude, it's worth it.
Yeah, I keep hearing that too, so I'm excited. But
and that's going to be Stallone's last.
Yes, that's the reason why I'm upset. I saw him throw the stuff in the fire on the beach, saying that he's not going to be doing Rocky anymore, and that's his last Rocky appearance ever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such a good story.
I don't think I've ever seen a Rocky movie all the way through.
What?
Any of them.
Dude, Rajan's about to spit his drink out of his nose, dude.
About to lose my MacBook.
I did see most of the one where he came back and they had the computer simulation on ESPN.
Oh, Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky.
Rocky Balboa.
Yeah, I saw most of that one, but I think I fell asleep at the end.
Oh, that is such a good movie. Everything about that movie was good. It was the complete underdog guy that was washed up, shouldn't have been doing it. Oh my gosh, that's such a good movie. I think for my Rockies it would be 1, 5. Nope, not 5. Rocky Balboa.
I'm about to say, wait,
Rocky,
5's not even canon.
Which one's 5? Which one's 5?
Billy Guns.
Yeah.
With who?
Tommy Guns. Sorry, not Billy. Tommy Guns.
Yeah.
The boxer that had AIDS in the 80s.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Rocky
6.
Balboa.
And I never saw either of the Creed movies either.
What? Man, you have to watch the Creed movies. I did not think that they would be able to do the Rocky series justice, but it grows with the character and it grows with its audience. So
Okay.
anybody that's watched all the other ones that grew up with Rocky can totally see where this is going. They can totally get behind the character. I mean, and he just shows up. That's the thing. You had no idea. Spoiler alert. So you had no idea Apollo Creed had a son, and a bastard son at that.
Right.
And this kid comes out of nowhere, and he just makes you feel for him. He's this kid that's lived in his dad's shadow that has never been legitimized, and he makes a name for himself. And it's amazing.
It is. It's an amazing story. George, you got to get on this. You should be ashamed of yourself that you haven't seen Rocky.
When I got
That's
the
like
PlayStation
saying you haven't seen
VR,
Rambo.
No, I saw the newest Rambo, and he's making a new one right now. And I think I saw the first Rambo. What I don't get about the Rambo series is how can it be Rambo First Blood 2? Well, shouldn't it be like Rambo Second Blood or Rambo More Blood?
Rambo blood is still spilling.
And I think, have you guys seen Tropic Thunder?
Unfortunately.
What?
A great movie. When they show some of the movies that Ben Stiller's character had made, I think they're doing a dig at that Rambo First Blood 2.
Oh, the Heat Wave?
Yeah, Heat Wave coming back, like cold as ice, and yeah.
It's getting warmer. It's freezing again.
That's a good movie.
I saw that movie when I first came back from Iraq, and I was not impressed.
Oh, I love the hell out of that movie.
Yeah, I saw that at the drive-in with Pineapple Express at the same time.
Oh, that's a great combo.
It was a good double feature. A lot of laughs that night.
Question. Now, both of you, when you first saw it, did you not think Booty Sweat was a real commercial?
I did.
I lost my mind when that thing came on.
So did I.
Yeah, there were some funny parts. I watched it again recently. It wasn't as bad as I originally thought it was, but it's still bad.
Well, I mean,
I'm a dude playing a dude playing a dude who's a dude doing a dude stuff.
Yeah.
How can you not get behind Tom? It took me years to figure out that was Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise?
I'm gonna shove my fist. When he does that dance,
I'd like
you listen to me.
I'd like to see Tom Cruise do a Tom Clancy movie with that kind of comedy and put into it.
I just want to see him make a movie as that character.
I would love to move that character.
That would be a good character.
Oh man.
Let's start a Kickstarter.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies of all time, action movies, is the Batman series, the Christopher Nolan ones.
Yes.
I'm not. I think I've told you guys before. I'm not too big on action movies, so my list is much smaller to pick from. But all three of these movies are movies that I go back and I watch every few months.
They're great.
And I don't know which one I like the most. I mean, a lot of people say Dark Knight is the best. It's good. I might like Batman Begins more.
It's a great story. It's a great
really
story.
Is. Christian Bale nailed Bruce Wayne. He nailed Batman.
And Ra's al Ghul is perfect.
Oh yeah, Liam Neeson.
It's the one Liam Neeson movies that's not the same as everyone else, where he's got a skill that he's going to kill you with.
Oh well.
Doesn't he though?
You gotta group his movies.
Kind of.
You have to group his movies before Taken and after Taken.
Right.
Because if you watch the stuff before Taken, that guy, I mean, he did everything. He did that. Was it that horror movie with the haunted house where he's the psychologist?
Oh yeah.
Oh, House on Haunted Hill.
Yep. So he did that. He did Rob Roy. He did Michael Collins.
Rob Roy. Oh my gosh.
He did Les Mis.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn. He was Qui-Gon Jinn in The Phantom Menace. Schindler's List. So you've got pre-Taken, Liam Neeson and post-Taken Liam Neeson.
And then,
Now
well,
it's all the same flavor.
Post Taken is just Taken.
Yeah.
Just
They
rewrapped.
he made 3 of those movies.
No,
He's
it's
a
more like
bad
it's more like
father.
20. They made more like.
And there's a TV show now too on Netflix.
Man,
Taken.
how many times did you get taken? I mean, that's
Stay home.
stay the fuck home. Oh man.
And what is that one he's got now where he's the snowplow driver out for revenge in Alaska because someone ran over her. They
Because
killed
somebody
his
rolled
son.
his son.
Yeah, they killed his son.
That's Cold Pursuit.
Yeah, which I mean that's come on, it's Taken, but it's a
Taken.
boy instead of a girl.
Walk among the tombstones.
Yeah.
Somebody took his son.
Never saw it. And there's the one where he's on the. Is that the one where he's on the plane?
No, that's no, that's. Wait, he was
That's
on a train.
That's another
Community was on a
movie.
train.
That's another one. Non-stop? Is it non-stop?
Non-stop, yeah.
And then he had that one where it's also in Alaska, but he's like on an offshore oil rig or something, right?
The Gray? Oh wait, no, you're
Gray,
not talking.
yeah.
About Is it
Yeah.
Gray?
Was
Yeah.
his boss taken?
Someone took my wrench.
And I have a certain set of skills that I'm going to use to get you.
I'm good.
Oh my gosh.
Sure. He's got a lot of movies where he's a horrible father, apparently.
Yeah, doesn't watch his kids.
Nope.
Lets him go on
I turned my
trips.
back for 1 minute. Oh, he was also in Excalibur.
Yes, he was. Oh man, I forgot about that.
Wow.
And
He
at the
was
time,
young.
I read an interview. He was because Helen Mirren was in Excalibur. He was dating her at the time.
Yeah. Man, I
Oh,
forgot that he was in
And
Excalibur.
he did something else too.
You ever seen his what was that
Clash of the
movie?
Titans?
Oh, he did release the Kraken.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was him. Yeah, I forgot.
You ever seen the movie High Spirits with him?
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Try and find that movie
Dark
and then tell
Man.
me what the-
Dark Man.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, yes. But that's just taken. That's what Taken was based off of.
It was taking his face.
They took his face.
So yeah, but back to the Batman series. You know, a lot of people give Tom Hardy crap for the I was raised in the darkness voice.
Darkness. Well, they do the same thing with Christian Bale. I am Batman.
I think he did a really good job as Bane.
Oh yeah.
And
I agree.
I kind of wish Christopher Nolan kept making the Batman movies. And
Yeah.
probably with Christian Bale.
Christian Bale said he would do it too, as Christopher Nolan would do it. But
Really?
yep. But Christopher Nolan said no. So Christian Bale was like, nope. So
It was weird you say that about the Dark Knight and all that because isn't this the 10-year anniversary or something? They're releasing them
I
all
think
back
so.
in theaters.
I think so, yeah.
are they really? They're
Now that you mention it,
re-releasing
yeah.
them? New
Yep.
footage?
I wish. Oh man.
Man.
The Dark Knight was 2008. So
Oh
it
my
been
gosh.
last year.
Man. I feel so old now. Thanks guys.
I think I saw that movie in the theater / drive-in like 6 times.
6 times.
So good.
Well, you have a drive-in. That's a nostalgia, anyways. Like
Oh
we
yeah.
don't even have a
It's-
drive-in here in Indiana.
It's half a mile, half an hour from my house. And a lot of times, like when that came out, I was working 11 to 8 Monday through Thursday, and then like 9 to 5 on Fridays. So I'd get out of work at 8 o'clock, and no one wanted to do anything, and I didn't want to go home and go to bed. So the drive-in was on the way home. So I would just sometimes on a Tuesday night just go watch a double feature.
Right.
Hell yes.
You know, just sit in my car, eat a couple burgers,
Fall
watch a couple
asleep,
movies. Yeah, just hang out.
hanging out. Oh, sorry.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, those I think those are the benchmark on which all superhero movies before, well, at least after, are judged on.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
DC especially.
DC
Especially
especially.
Well, I mean, if you remember back, Iron Man was judged off of it too.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everything that Christopher Nolan did with with the Batman series was just phenomenal. I mean, not everybody agrees with that, but I think the three of us are in agreement with that.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
I agree. It's
Mm.
to me is that series, that trilogy is the pinnacle of comic book movie.
Well,
I
because
think
it's more grounded, so you can actually believe it more. It's it's about a guy that just puts his mind to what he's doing, and everything, including all the technology, is based in reality.
Yep.
Yep.
So
And there's no superpowers. None of the
Right.
villains have any powers. Um, unless you want to, talk about being a complete psychopath.
well, I thought Bane was a little super strong.
Oh yeah,
So,
maybe.
but
Yeah,
it, they didn't go too much into Bane's story, which I kind of wish they would have, just because
yeah,
the they could have used the serum to make him
yeah.
stronger.
The
But
Venom, I think it was called.
right,
yeah,
Yeah, they could have. I really like in the Dark Knight when he's got Eric Roberts. I think it's Falcone. Is he
hmm
Falcone?
yeah, I believe so.
He's one of the mob bosses, and he's got him dangling off the ledge. He's like, "For one professional to another, we both know this fall's only gonna break my legs. I'm counting on it." And he just pushes him off. Oh, it's such a classic line.
I think that. Well, I mean, before that, what the superhero movie that was everybody based everything off of was Michael Keaton's Batman
Yeah.
and Tim Burton,
Yep.
because I mean George Clooney and Bat Nipples. I mean, that was just awful.
George Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne, though.
Yeah, but he
that
wasn't a
movie was
good
creepy
Batman.
as hell.
Val Kilmer was a good Batman, but not a good Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Yeah.
That movie was way too campy to be. I mean, it killed the Batman series until Nolan took over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nolan was. I think Nolan was probably. I bet you he was afraid to take on because of that movie.
Hmm. Joel
So
Schumacher really screwed the pooch.
yeah. Well, and George Clooney did it as a favor
Oh,
to.
really?
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere. I can't remember where, but he had done it as a favor. So it's like actors do these movies that they wish they would never have done, and that's his.
Definitely, that one would be it.
What do you guys think about Danny DeVito though as Penguin?
That's the one I've never been able to make it all the way through. Again, I always end up falling asleep, and I'm a big fan of Danny DeVito. Frank
Always,
Reynolds is my spirit animal.
always sunny.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm iffy about that movie. I like all the performances, but the fact that Batman's only in it for what, a third of the movie.
yeah.
Where's Batman returning from? Because I rarely seen him in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, he just leaves randomly, and
he's
I don't know.
he's returning to find Robin, I guess.
that movie right there is a perfect example to me of a Tim Burton doing a Tim Burton movie as opposed to doing a Batman movie.
Right.
Yes. Yes. And Tim Burton got a little out there, and I think that was the start of it.
Well, and
Oh, yeah.
that he was supposed to do the Superman movie.
Oh,
He was, yeah.
So with Nicolas Cage,
Yeah.
like I just Con Air, Nicolas Cage is just what comes to mind every time I see that. So,
mm.
so
Another action movie. There's not many. Like I said, I'm not a big on the action movies, but it's my all-time favorite movie, and it's a Tom Clancy. It's The Hunt for the Red October.
oh yeah.
I'll get behind that.
That's a movie I can watch every single day and not get sick. There's some great actors in there. The whole story, like a Soviet submarine captain going rogue because he's got a weapon so powerful that it could end the world, like, it's just unfathomable.
Yeah. But then
You
it's
know.
like, oh shit, it could really happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know why I like that movie. It's not the greatest movie. I will admit that.
I'm not a
It
big
is
Alec
not quality
Baldwin fan.
cinema. but it's good.
It's a really good suspense movie.
Yeah.
It's crap. This can happen, and I mean that was right when everybody was super scared of Russia anyway. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was I think 92 is when it came out,
yep.
Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And the book was
92.
written probably 5-6 years before that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like Patriot
So-
games out of all of those.
Patriot Games is a good one.
Yeah.
Clear and Present Danger, Some of All Fears.
Harrison, I just can't, you can't go wrong with Harrison Ford generally.
You know, Patriot Games. You know what's rare about? I think it's Patriot Games. Is that the one with the IRA?
Yeah, Sean Bean.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
the one of the only movies Sean Bean doesn't die in.
Well,
He didn't die.
I think he just gets apprehended at the end.
Oh, I thought he got killed.
I could be mistaken.
Well, he gets his head cut off in Game of Thrones.
Lord of
The
the
guy-
Rings,
everything is.
Goldeneye.
Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
Oh, what's that movie? There's that other movie where it's a medieval movie and he's the lead and I'm watching with my buddy. I'm like, you know, he's the main guy. He can't die.
Oh,
And then at the end, he's got like tuberculosis, or no, he's got the Black Plague.
And
And
he
so
dies.
he like takes off his shirt and he's got all the the bulbules on him, and you know he's gonna die. It's like he can't even live in his own movie. So
Probably by choice. What about? All right, you guys, you said your favorite movies. Man, I gotta tell my favorite '80s movie of all time. It's Bloodsport, dude. Favorite. I
That's
mean,
a great action movie.
you can't go wrong. Especially since the movie is based off of real life events that were really false.
Really false. Hey, I had this one incident happen, and let's make a movie and just plagiarize the rest. Everything else could be taken from any other Van Damme movie. Let's just put my name on it.
Yep.
It's a great movie though, and it had a lot of good scenes in it. I mean, you have the typical. I'll say typical because it happens in every movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme screaming.
Yeah. How'd that go again?
With
Sean?
the
Come on.
reminiscent of Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
And he's blind.
Yeah.
So.
real Van Damme.
That you
All
want?
right,
So we were
well,
talking.
speaking of movies,
Oh, yeah,
I just
sorry.
want to touch base. James Gunn has been rehired by Disney as the director of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So he's still going to finish his Suicide Squad movie and then go back to that.
Man,
Thank God, it'll probably be the best, or it's the second best DC movie they've ever had.
I don't know, man. Suicide Squad. It just seemed like it would seem like a bad concept from the beginning.
Well, they could have done, if you read the books, they could have done a lot of good things
Yeah,
with that
Good
movie.
character in there.
Well, they had so many.
Possible.
They had so many character. I mean, turnover. Like they had all these people that still lined up to do it, and then they like pulled out one by one.
Yeah.
And I mean, like it was just like Tom Hardy was supposed to be a character, and then
It's supposed to be Rick Flag, yeah.
yeah, and so they ended up getting the guy that played RoboCop, which the new RoboCop is pretty good.
Joel Kinnaman.
I liked
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But I mean, Tom Hardy would. Let's just face it. Tom Hardy would have been much better at that role.
He would have probably not enjoyed that movie though. Not the way it was done.
Yeah. And Will Smith, like, I'm on the edge with Will Smith, man. Some of his movies are good, some are bad. Well, they're all different, so at least there's that. So,
Making Bad Boys 3.
except for Bad Boys, that every movie's the same.
So they need to make a Bad Boy. They need to get past 3 and just do Bad Boys for life. They need to do that. I don't know why they don't just go ahead and just throw it in the can.
And you know Martin Lawrence has got nothing else going on.
Right? Big
Yeah,
Mama's House 5. I mean,
Oh, that's right. He does make those.
Or Jump Street.
Yeah.
You can just 67 Jump Street. There you go.
I'd
Well,
watch it.
that's all I got for today. I don't know. You guys, anything else you want to talk about?
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
All right.
So- Guys,
All right,
thank-
nerds.
hey, couple upcoming things with the guild. Make sure you're watching the guild streams for new things coming out. There's new products dropping here shortly. A new shirt, and make sure you get your dice bag especially if you're a aficionado for dice and whatnot. And then also Dallas Fan Con and whatnot is coming up too. So, which ironically enough, Roshan will be there. I will be there, and possibly George may be there as well.
We'll see.
As
I
well
will
as-
be at PAX East at the end of the month, and I'll be broadcasting some stuff live, and then writing up about all the games I'm gonna try. So keep an eye out for that.
So,
Can't wait, man.
cool. So,
All right.
Have a good one, everyone.
we are out. So let me turn this down.
See ya.